Hello and welcome to the Klaus Mott Show. This is a whole new revamped show. During this season we will talk about current events, TV shows, and we will have special guest stars. To start off our show, let's begin talking with some of our new fall TV shows. The Good Doctor currently airs on ABC on Mondays at 10, and it follows the life of Dr. Sean Murphy, who has autism and is highly functioning doctor. He is a surgical resident that people think he does not belong, but he keeps proving them wrong episode by episode. Another new show, it's called Young Sheldon. It is a spin-off version of The Big Bang Theory and follows the life of Sheldon Cooper when he was little. Military dramas are popular on TV this fall season. CBS has SWAT Team and SEAL. NBC has a show called The Brave. The CW has yet to her fall show called Valor. In my opinion, the whole SEAL Team 6 TV shows started off when the History Channel began their own scripted show called 6, which also follows the lives of members of SEAL Team 6. Recently, I have been watching a Netflix original show that is a spin-off of Full House. Fuller House follows the lives of DJ, Stephanie, Kimmy and their kids. I have only watched seasons 1 through 2 so far and plan on watching season 3 here shortly. Every week we will be rating TV shows on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. Every week we will be rating 6 TV shows that are present or in the past. Before we get to our TV show ratings, we will be talking about the recent Las Vegas shooting. Recently a man opened fire at a country music festival in Vegas, and it is supposedly the worst in American history. This guy has injured over hundreds of people, which he took his own life as well, so let's take a bow silence for all the victims and injured people within this Vegas shooting. It is now time to begin our TV show ratings. As a reminder, we rate shows on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. This episode we will be rating The Vampire Diaries, Fuller House, Big Brother, The Originals, The Good Doctor, and White Collar. The Vampire Diaries follows the life of Elena Gilbert and the Salvatore brothers. This show aired on the CW for all 8 seasons it had. I did watch all 8 seasons. This show has a rating of a 3.5. Fuller House, as discussed earlier in this episode, follows the lives of DJ, Stephanie, Kimmy, and their kids. Fuller House happens to be a Netflix original that is also a spin-off of the 1980s Friday favorite Full House. This show has a rating of a 4.5. Big Brother is a CBS summer reality show where 14 to 16 house guests are sequestered from the outside world with cameras and microphones following their every move 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Each season is different as the house. This word different each season unless CBS decides to bring back a few veterans which have played the game before in previous seasons. Big Brother has an overall rating of a 4. The Originals is a CW TV show that has been on for 4 seasons and is a spin-off of The Vampire Diaries. The Originals follows the lives of the original vampires, which are Elijah, Rebecca, and Klaus. Klaus is just not an original vampire, he is also the original hybrid, which means he is a werewolf and a vampire at the same time. The CW has recently announced the original season 5 will be the last of the series. The Originals has an overall rating of a 4.5. We discussed The Good Doctor earlier in this episode, so I'm not going to go into any more detail about The Good Doctor, but this show has an overall rating of a 4.0. White Collar was a show that aired on the USA Network for 6 seasons. White Collar unfortunately has ended, or White Collar follows the life of convict Neil Caffrey, who helps the FBI in solving some of their most famous cases. White Collar has a rating of a 5. It is now time to bring out our special guest star for this episode. She has sang hits such as My Heart Will Go On, Because You Loved Me, and The Power of Love. Please help me welcome to the stage Celine Dion. Celine, I just wanted to thank you for being my first guest of my season. To the viewers, during this segment we will be asking our special guest star, whoever it may be, questions regarding their life, their music, or their career. So Celine, how are you doing today?
I am doing great today, Klaus, thank you.
Celine, last year you lost your husband Ronnie and also your brother. How are you coping up with that?
Klaus, I'm glad you sort of made that, because everyone deals with grief in so many different ways, but I'm a singer and I will love to sing, so I did not let that get me down, but I moved on.
So Celine, what in your opinion, what do you think your most famous song is?
Well, Klaus, that is a very great question. My most famous songs can be either one of these three. It could be The Power of Love, Because You Loved Me, or the Titanic theme song My Heart Will Go On. But in my opinion, I think My Heart Will Go On is my most famous song.
Celine, would you mind performing a performance of My Heart Will Go On for us?
Absolutely.
Start when you are ready.
Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you, that is how I know you. You go on. Far across the distance and spaces between you I have come to show you go on. Near far wherever you are, I just know that the heart does go on. Once more you open the door and you're in my heart, and my heart will go on.
Thank you so much for that performance, Celine. I really hate ending to show off before we can finish her song, but unfortunately we must end the show off now because we have ran out of time. Please tune in the next episode for more talks about TV shows Burnsville State and our special guest star Candace Cameron Bear. Thank you all for watching and have a nice night.